Lester, we are looking pretty, and when I say we, I mean me. The beard has been trimmed, the mustache has been trimmed, the hair has been cut as to match each other. You're pretty too, my friend. Are you ready for a new week of tomfoolery, of shenanigans, of absolute drivel, of nonsense, hilarity from a 46-year-old and his producer? That being you? Good, because I am too. Are you?
What the hell is this?
I speak jive.
Will you stop?
As God is my witness, I thought turkeys could fly.
They think they got the answers. I change the questions.
You don't like it? We don't care.
What a dumb thing to do. I bet you wouldn't have done anything like this if Mom and Dad were here.
A recognized symbol of excellence in
dramatic comedy. Friends, welcome in. Come on in. Huddle up. Take a knee with me. It's the beginning, it's the start of Colin from Canada presents Colin from Canada's Good Junk, episode 35. Both myself and Lester welcome you in. Let us begin. As much as I love the hair, sort of, the beard could be longer, we have to get on this week's hat. That, of course, being Crockford's Insurance, Dundalk, Ontario. This is another small guy, so bear with me here, folks. And you always want the front to pop. The further down you go, the flatter it gets. You want a bold and, dare I say, poofy look to the hat. And if that doesn't look outrageous, I don't know what does. That looks outrageous. But putting the hat back on correctly with the poof. There we go, guys. Okay. How's everybody doing today? Another thing we have to get to, the newest addition to the program, is a Colin from Canada past quote using the dry erase board that I'm learning is a piece of garbage. Can you tell how dirty that is? I've used it twice. Here we go. This is taken from episode 12 of Colin from Canada presents Colin from Canada's Good Junk, and it reads as follows. Nobody brake checks someone for doing nothing. Always remember that when you are watching those videos. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and hang it up here. I'm wearing full denim today, jeans that is, as opposed to my usual cut-off short pants, or what I call spants. It's gonna catch on, never, okay? The quote is up. We are filming in the evening. It is Wednesday evening, 9:30 p.m. So again, you know what that means. We are dealing with the glare. And this hat, it's going to be fiddled with, but that's a given. I don't need to say it every week, although I will. We have the usual 9:30 p.m. and I am drinking a large coffee with 2 milk. I have one of these yet to be opened, and I have a second one of these. Cold in my hand and warm in my heart, my lips, tongue, and throat await. You know where it goes, ladies and gentlemen. That's okay, that's a petto. Hey, how are you? Why does the mustache look bigger than the beard? I think it does. I'm going to be honest with you guys, as I always am. I don't like, and this is my opinion, I don't like just the mustache on a guy. I don't know what it is. And I don't mean that I'm looking at guys in that sort of way. I am not that sort of way. You've already dug the ditch, Colin. You've already dug the ditch. I think certain... Okay, I'm already... Lester, I know. I've already... But we're going to push forward. When you're in a... no. Now, Lester, I can get out of this. I promise you. I'll say hipster. Okay, you guys know what I'm talking about. The hipster with just the mustache, the pants way too tight. He probably weighs as much as one of my legs. I'll just leave it there. You guys know what I'm talking about, okay? Lester, I think I saved myself. Not that I was in danger. I'm open with the friends. They know what I'm talking about. I, at times, will voice my opinion when people choose to go with a certain style. I will shoot them down in a blaze of glory. I don't like Bon Jovi. I've already poured it, and I've already gone on a tangent. I haven't even had the Sarah. Is it gonna appear with just 2 sips of this and no Diet Coke? Folks, it's possible. But the moment, I'm gonna shut up because I haven't done the ceremonial sip. Please, Colin. Beautiful. As I was saying, can Carlton appear without me doing the ceremonial sip? It is possible, but doubtful this episode. I am feeling a little something, a little groove, a little pep in my step, courtesy of the Liquid Lester. But Carlton, I don't know. It's all up to Lester. As you know, friends, I don't control the Colin from Canada, caffeine-initiated bumper? Video drop? Announcement? Whatever you want to call it. Theme song. Moment of the show. Moment of the show. Lester, we're going to go moment of the show. I do not control the Colin. I do not control the Colin. I think it's got to go up now.
I can feel it. I can feel the power. Yes. Yeah.
Now, I don't control the Colin from Canada caffeine-initiated moment of the video. Friends, let's get to the wall particulars. You remember last week's bloopers, but look at that. Went right to it. Last week, what was I, 5 minutes trying to do this? Good coffee is always free. John Riddell, living legend, AKA my dad. Kurt Cobain. You went away so the Red Hot Chili Peppers could write more songs about California. Please come back. Amcan Connection, single greatest tag team walking the earth today. I am the king of YouTube. That is the crown that goes upon my head when I choose to wear it. Quote of the week from a past episode. We've already read it. Let's finish it off with the honorary Academy Award for all-around greatness from the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences. Guys, that's one hell of a welcome. We got a great show for you. Lester is ready. Batten down the hat. I don't know what this was. This was me. I was going to say Lester's putting on his safety belt because it's going to get bumpy out here, but I forgot to say it and I just did that. It's time to start the show, guys.
You shouldn't have talked about bending rules, Jess. You're the best bender I know.
I call it like it is, Gorilla. If they can't take it, then that's too bad.
As I am introducing the first segment of the show, and I know the friends know what... Stop slouching, Colin. Come on, man. We're gonna do the whole show like this. Friends, you know what segment's about to... I can't do it. I can't. I'm already running out of gas. I slouch, therefore I am. We know what segment's coming up. It's the 5 and 5 from the pile in the Riddell Estates basement. Let me just say real quick, we have an update this week from a previous situation we had on the show 1 or 2 weeks ago. That'll be done in the let's go through my camera roll portion. I think we'll have some footage of driving with Colin because the windshield has been washed on both sides of the Corolla. We are going to install the camera. It is Wednesday right now. The show will most likely come out Sunday. So between Wednesday and Sunday, I'm going to drive around and get some footage. Guys, it's time for 5 VHS and 5 DVD from the collection. Power Karate. Hunks with hats. Tai Chi for arthritis. Stretching to the classics. Friends, you know the deal. It's 5 from the pile. We begin with the VHS, but we don't stop there. Rapid fire. Okay, this is Joe Spinell. And if we look closely, he has the Dave Thomas malady of no lips. Also the guy from the thrift store that got scared when I dropped the guitar amp. You guys know what I'm talking about. He's got the no lips. Joe Spinell. And let's read the back of this one. First off, incredible nonstop action recommended. Entertainment today. Never heard of it. Okay. All hell breaks loose when a vicious terrorist escapes from a maximum security military prison with the assistance of an unstoppable weapon. This awesome machine operates and looks like a gun, but features 6 variable warheads capable of incredible destruction. In the wrong hands, it could be disastrous. Now disaster has struck, and only one man can stop it. Joe Spinell. Off the mark. 1986. Sweat Productions Limited, Fry's Home Video. Should we read this one? Let's go for it. In the wildest madcap tradition of Airplane, no way in hell this touches Airplane, and Kentucky Fried Movie, this time it's off the mark. Growing up, Howard Markle faced obstacles that would have leveled Hulk Hogan. A nasty Russian kid dognapped his closest pal, Shep. A schoolyard fall has left his legs with a weird spastic malady, and he has chronic troubles getting or keeping girlfriends. Despite this dreary history, Howard stands on the threshold of his greatest moment as a competitor in the Plutonium Man Triathlon. Not only are there world-class athletes, including the now grown-up Dimitri, but a global television audience learning everything about everybody up close and intimate from the anchormen. And there's Howard's 2 closest friends, Janelle Johnson, a beautiful and once promiscuous girl jock who helps Howard overcome all his difficulties, and James B. White, a black kid from the wrong side of the ghetto in search of soul. To find out how they make out with each other against the nasty Russian, you'll have to watch Off the Mark. Wizards of the Lost Kingdom 2. I can tell you it's a it's a fantasy kids family movie starring David Carradine, Bobby Jacoby, and Lana Clarkson, who was murdered by Phil Spector. 1989, rated PG. The Bounty Huntress. She uses all her assets to get her man. Okay, I won't read that one because we're gonna read this one. Gary Busey, Eye of the Tiger. Nam was hell, prison unbearable, but coming home meant murder. Gary Busey, Eye of the Tiger. Buck Matthews fights the system and with support of an old friend becomes the lone symbol of justice in a small Texas town, riddled with corruption of a ruthless sheriff. Out of prison for a crime he didn't commit, Buck returns to his hometown, hoping to settle down with his wife and daughter. But this is not to be. When the sanctity of his home is murderously violated by a sadistic gang of drug-running bikers, Buck is forced into an escalating battle of violence and action. Now vengeance must be his, or all will be lost. Let's do the DVDs. Hood Rats 2. That's still sealed. I haven't opened this bad boy. When one of their girlfriends is badly beaten by her boyfriend, the leader of an LA gang, the 3 beautiful hood rats badly beat the boyfriend in return. The word goes out around LA that a bounty is on the head of the 3 hood rats. One street battle after the next ensues until the hood rats turn to the king of the city for help. Hiding Out. This is another 80s movie that I have never seen. 1987, John Cryer. I always saw this in the video store that I went to, Armchair Theater, for those playing along at home. It was at Arundel Station Road in Dundas, here in Mississauga. Never seen it. I might actually take a look at this week, because it does look cool. Basically, I believe John Cryer is a man wanted by either the mob or the police, and he hides out in a high school because he has that young look, much like I used to have before I entered my 40s. Confessions of a Superhero. This is a documentary about the superheroes that walk around Los Angeles, I believe. Yes, Hollywood Boulevard. We encounter Batman, who's he's a piece of work. There's a Wonder Woman, and of course, there's a Superman. Goes for an hour and 32 minutes, but a real good documentary, and you really see how these people live, and I wouldn't say they live the happiest of lives, okay? Can't Stop the Music, you better believe that's still sealed as well. It's basically a movie starring the Village People. I've never seen it, much like a lot of the movies that I own, but eventually I will watch them, trust me guys. Can't Stop the Music. And let's finish strong, guys, with one of the greatest movies to ever be released in the 1980s. Perhaps I should do a deep dive on it. I might make a deep dive on it soon. Not in this episode, but you guys know it. You love it. You collected the cards as a youth. It's Garbage Pail Kids, the movie. Fun fact, not that anyone gives a rat's keister, the aforementioned Armchair Theater, I rented this from there back in probably 1988. Came out in 87. I saw it a year later. Guys, that's 5 from the pile, both VHS and DVD. Could my chin look any bigger without the beard sort of hanging down? It could if I shaved everything, but we're never going to do that.
A wind-up by the champ. Oh, big boot right underneath the chin.
Friends, those that have been with us from the beginning, us meaning Lester and myself, and all the characters that live in our little world, know about all the characters that live in our little world. But there are newfound friends each week climbing aboard this runaway train heading for God knows where. And they need to understand who the characters are. Let's begin with myself, Colin from Canada. The producer's name is Lester. His wife's name is Cheryl. She's a beautiful young lady, and she's coming up right now. But before we get to her, her time is up for this session only. We still have 3 more visits from Cheryl, and I have the footage. She's gonna make her point before she leaves. Pay close attention, friends. Lester, your wife, thank you.
You have no idea who knows me. I'm not the rancher. I got marbles here. I have 2 boobs, not 6. Do you know you have scratchy toilet paper? Now, what you people took how many years? We're done, right? What you people took 20 years to destroy. That lady built a cemetery in a year and a half.
Ladies and gentlemen, my stomach is filled with a bacon cheeseburger, and I'm trying to be funny. How can I be funny with a stomach full of burger? Episode title. Lester, we've saved this because I've tried to record it 9 to 14 times, and it hasn't been funny at all. It's just the introduction to the thrift store pickups. It's paltry. It wasn't funny until that. How can I be funny with a belly full of, what did I say? It's already, you guys know. Lester? John Dote Hit. Dote Hit? John Dote Hit. John Dote Hit. Dote Hit. John DeHurt. Friends! How's that? No. It needs to look, it needs to, guys, Lester, anybody, the burgers, I'll give you a funny thing here. We were at the restaurant this evening and they had a burger challenge, okay? The burger challenge was 3 patties, cheese, bacon, sauteed onions, lettuce, tomato, the whole works, and a large poutine with 1 liter of pop. So the girlfriend's going over the menu, and I'm just staring at that, saying to myself, yeah, I could do it. Yeah, I could do it. And the girlfriend, of course, is, are you an idiot? Are you an idiot? I'm like, I think I could do it. And she's like, fine, try it, go, do it, I don't care. As she should. So the waitress comes over and I question her on the exact size of the large poutine. And she tells me it's a rib plate, which is not the traditional plate, but the larger oval shape. And I put that to bed and said, no, thank you. I'll just have the banquet burger and the side order of poutine, which is not the large, but just a regular poutine portion, okay? She brought that over. I should have taken a photo because it would help with this story, but I had trouble finishing that. And the challenge would have been 2 more patties and probably a second poutine and 2 more things of pop. I wouldn't have even come close. Getting back to the matter at hand, my stomach is filled with hamburger. I'm on my second pop right now. I didn't open it for you, the viewers. It was on one of my stops in recording. This is halfway done. I'm drowning my sorrow of burger with caffeine, and perhaps I shouldn't. Because although the caffeine is affecting me, I don't know what this is. I thought it would look like a robot, but it doesn't. It's weighing me down, folks. Dare I say bloated? Men can be bloated too. If there's room, episode title. How can I be funny with a stomach full of burger? Men can be bloated too. If it fits, I will put it on there, but last week, the I Told Mick Foley, Pete Rose died, and I Think I'm Better Than Full House Repeats did not fit in the full title. Guys, where was I? We're at the thrift store pickups, and I'm gonna push forward. 3 minutes in, haven't even shown you anything to do with the thrift store pickups. So let's do that now. CDs are first. Mushroom Jazz 3, DJ Mark Farina. This is the... Oh, that might help. Okay. You know the electronica, the house, the acid jazz, the beats, you know what I'm saying. It's all about... It's a million people I've never heard of, but man, that might sound good. Or, oh, that was a good one. You know what I'm saying? We'll take a listen. Ultra Chilled number 2, basically the same type thing, house, electronica. No Ordinary Chill, a fine selection of the best chill out and ambient, I could say, that's the word I was looking for, ambient grooves, compiled and mixed by Marco Full One, I hope I'm saying that correctly, Cool D Vision, Cold CD 0201 barcode, we don't need it, now they're trying to get smart with me, but that's another compilation. Along with this one, Cafe Del Mar. Okay. Common Sense, you know him as Common. This is when he was Common Sense. I think this might be his first album. I'm not too sure, but you guys are screaming at the camera. James Brown, the 20 all-time greatest hits, and this is the original studio recordings, not the, hey, I got a James Brown CD at the thrift store and it's all live tracks. You guys know what I'm talking about. Original studio recordings, and they're all on here. But do they have Pay the Cost to Be the Boss? They don't. Pay the cost to be the boss. Pay the cost to be the boss. All right. Chill out mixes. You're sensing a theme here. Chill Out, that was Chill Out Mix 3, this is Chill Out Mix 2. Again, like Massive Attack, Moby, Thievery Corporation, the Sneaker Pimps. You know, don't play with the price tags. Ultimate Disco, it's a double disc. And anytime I can get a disco compilation, I will buy it, because there will be one song on there that I have either forgotten about or fall in love with because I've never heard of it. Sasha and John Digweed, again, more of the ambient electronic house, more house here with that. Barry White, an actual studio release, not a greatest hits or not a 90s album. I've Got Too Much to Give. I mean, I love it. I love it. I love finding studio albums of artists I love that you never see at the thrift store. I'm learning more about this. You look at that and you just, like, this buddy's got the 80s tank top, possibly 70s tank top on, and it's Stompers, Floaters, and Floor Shakers, Northern Soul. 2 CDs, 50 tracks, and a collector's poster. I'll just read the back quickly. The Northern Soul scene exploded in the early 70s in such hallowed venues as Manchester's Twisted Wheel, the Blackpool Mecca, and Wigan Casino, where working-class white kids danced all night to Black America's deepest grooves. The 50 tracks on this collection contain some of Northern Soul's biggest anthems and most cherished tracks. Among them, here's where I get a little risky, Jamo Thomas's I Spy for the FBI, Gene Chandler's Nothing Can Stop Me Now, Betty Everett's Getting Mighty Crowded, and many other collectible classics. So this has the soul tracks, the deep cuts from America, appreciated by people in England. There's the inside. They're getting down with the bad self. Double CD, $2. Can't go wrong. The best of acid jazz in the mix, a non-stop party mixed by DJ Smash. Okay, just awesome. This is, I have no idea what this is. Cat Power, Speaking for Trees, a film by Mark Borthwick. So it's on Matador Records, and we have a booklet filled with the lyrics and all that stuff. And we have a CD and a movie, if I'm not mistaken. So that looked kind of interesting, and for $2, I will take the gamble. Bad Boy Bill, Bang in the Box Volume 4. This is jungle music and just awesomeness all around, and a million tracks that I've probably, again, never heard of, but look at that, beautiful. But I will dig. We're gonna just do this in a lump. This is the Universal Music 60s collection. You know, classic 60s love song, 60s flashback, 1966, 1968, 1967, the mid-60s, and 69, 70. All original tracks. You know I love them. We don't have to get too into that. Nas, God's Son. Again, we're back. Afro Celt Sound System. We found them a few weeks ago on the Real World thing, and it's just another one from them. Volume 1, Sound Magic. Guys, Jimmy Buffett. Haven't even listened to one of the Jimmy Buffett CDs I got, but when you buy 7 of them and there's 3 more you don't think you picked up already, you gotta get them, okay? We're 6 minutes in, and we've just done the CDs and the babble at the start of this. This is going to be long, but we're going to move it along very quickly, guys. Baseball, the Ken Burns full documentary on DVD, including the 10th inning. $5. Home stretch, and we are in the home stretch. Race to the finish. Just a horse racing board game. You know I love the board games. Can't go wrong with horse racing. I'm trying to speed it up because this is going very long. We're going to go into the VHS. Michael Nesmith from the Monkees really did some weird stuff with video. This is Michael Nesmith in Rio and Cruisin', a video 45. It's worth a couple of bucks. Some say $10. That's the end of it coming off here. Some say $10. Some say $50. I will post the sold ones on eBay in the background because I know you really give a rat's keister how much that went for. Humor your stress. Jest for the fun of it. With Loretta LaRoche. She is going to help you through stuff that you're going through with laughter. And can we get a shot of her? You bet we can. How to survive and get out alive. When the house is on fire, you need to know how to get out of there. This is brought to you by the Firefighters Magazine, okay? It's gonna help you get out. Let's end with a beautiful one. Renault Sense Energy Efficient Series presents Wood Heating. And it's brought to you by John Eakes. I'm not going to argue with anyone, but E-A-K-E-S, I believe, is pronounced Eakes. You want to see what he looks like? That's what John Eakes looks like. And that's what this week's thrift store pickups look like.
Could be all over right here. No, just snuck out the back door.
Friends, whether it be the local spelling bee, perhaps the town dog show, Or worst case scenario, the town is flooded. Your newsman or newswoman needs to be ready for any type situation, and she or he or she, they need to be on location at a moment's notice. I was gonna say a drop of the hat, but we're going a moment. No, Esther, we're going a moment's notice, okay? Maybe next time we'll do drop of a hat. When a disaster strikes, the newsman needs to be there by any means necessary. Lester, I'm done.
Done something that is very good.
He was murdered.
But now he's dead.
Reach out to the man who died.
Do the math.
Your mama, she's for free and everybody knows it.
Now we're going to check in with Holy Elisa. He's got that story about folks who are trying to recover from the recent floods we've had in our area.
Although the floodwaters are receding, it's going to be quite a while.
Friends, we were down to the wire this week for certain segments, that one of which being John Riddell, Living Legend. And I decided to go into the kitchen and see what he was making for dinner. Bit of a backstory with this one. This one turned out great. You're going to love it. As we know, Queen Mother, a.k.a. Lynn Riddell, has conversational Scottish. That is her segment. Johnny is dying. I repeat, dying to get in on that action. And Lynn Riddell is not having any of it. John is suggesting phrases and Lynn is shunning. As you will see here, bit of a tension. It's John Riddell. He's the living legend.
How much is in butter? How much is in butter? How much is in butter?
Friends, we're in the kitchen, and John Riddell is hard at work preparing a good Scottish dinner. Do you want to tell the folks what we're making here as I point to it?
We're having beans and sausage rolls.
There's mom in the background thinking that Dad's stealing her thunder with the conversational Scottish. There's the beans. This couldn't be any better. And then the toaster oven with the sausage rolls. Friends, that's all we need, and hopefully we picked up Mum in the background. Every shot, the hat's gonna look different, folks. That's what makes it funny. Guys, it's the introduction to one of the segments I'm always afraid of, as you know, but this week I am ready, okay? I was snip-snapping, that's not the term. I was taking photos because I wanted to be ready with fresh, new photos for you, the friends, and not ones from years ago that I thought were funny years ago and still are, and we're bringing them back now. Fresh photos, guys, in this week's Let's Go Through My Camera Roll. Dry cleaning movies, mushrooms on toast. Just a couple of horses' asses. Electric pressure cooker, urinating. Passion fruit chest cake, Charles Barkley. Friends, when you only have 4 fresh photos going into this week's Let's Go Through My Camera Roll, you turn to the girlfriend and you say, honey, do you have any silly photos that you could send me from your camera roll and be a part of this production that you oh so love? I didn't say it exactly like that, but the girlfriend came with the thunder, and let's start with it. Honey, I thank you. Photo number 1. This gentleman just out of left field. Unsolicited phone number, unsolicited message, followed by an unsolicited photo, all in one thing, meaning this guy just sent my girlfriend a photo. Is he a looker or what? Who is he? We don't know. But let's admire him together. Hello. Hi. Okay. Photo number 2, taken by yours truly, as you can tell when they're one of my photos because they're perhaps funnier than the others. Don't tell the girlfriend. No. I take that back. The girlfriend comes with the thunder. That was a joke that I shouldn't have made. Honey, I'm sorry. There's no chance she's watching this. I'm literally talking to no one. Really, I mean, Lester's here, and I'm speaking to my girlfriend, but she's never watching the show. So really, I'm not. Let's have more of this, because if you can't tell already. Pushing forward. Photo number 2, we're at the Value Village in Canada. For those in the States, Savers. We're in the kids' book section because, okay, when we were kids, they were paperbacks. Now, all of a sudden, the kids are kind of one above a paperback. So, if you're looking for books from your youth, or perhaps Mad paperbacks, or Friday the 13th paperbacks, which is what I'm really looking for, you can easily go through the kids' books because there's not many that are actually paperbacks that we know. So you know what I'm saying. So we encountered It's the Hardy Boys, and as we discussed in 10 episodes ago, I might collect these if they were $1 each, but we're not buying them at $2 a pop, and there's 80 in the collection. I can't do it. I'm sorry. But nevertheless, you take them out and you want to see what they're priced. Let's go to the flip side of these two, and what are they priced? Ba-boom! $6.99 and $1.99. How much of my full being wanted to go up and talk to the manager of the store and just show her and just say, can I have your comments on this? I would have loved to hear what she had to say, okay? We've done it before, guys. We've complained before, but it's the only place we can go to find the stuff that we collect. The thrift stores will hike up anything remotely close to something resembling something from our youth. You get what I'm saying? If they remember it, they think it's worth something, they'll hike the price up. But how do you go $6.99 and $1.99? I'm listening. Thank you, managerial staff at Value Village that I should have got. Would that have been a great video? But you can't walk up with your camera. Yes, ma'am, I'd like you to tell me why this is. It would never work. But if I went up and I could sort of film her or him somehow, it would make for great content for this channel, because it's the kind of nonsense that I would do because I know you'd love it. Enough of that. Let's move forward. Photo number 3. I was in the Hammer on the weekend. For those living in Ontario, and you know exactly what I'm talking about. For those in America, you have no clue, but I will tell you. It's Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. They are north of Mississauga and north of Toronto. It's a gritty town. Gritty would be, I would, let's imagine Detroit for you guys, but maybe not as bad. That's, I think, the best way to describe Hamilton. Those in Ontario, Canada, who are loyal viewers of my program, I guess that's the best comparison? Detroit, but not as bad. Okay? Anyways, there's some choice people around Hamilton. A lot of people affected by drugs. Okay, my girlfriend's mother lives in Hamilton, and we visit her as many Sundays as we can. And we go to a Tim Hortons on the way to her house that has some characters. We'll just leave it at that. Some characters in there. And there was a woman in a wheelchair ahead of me lambasting the people working at Tim Hortons because they got her order mixed up. The triple was the tea and the coffee was the double, and they made the tea the double and the coffee the triple, and she was having none of it. As I was waiting there for the world to end, slash my order, we're going to get to that in a moment, I noticed a tattoo on her arm, and it was very much it looked like an arrow, perhaps resembling her native heritage. She did not look native to me, but it looked like a native tattoo of sorts. Looked like an arrow, and it was a sort of writing, and I swear to God, it looked like it said Ghana. G-H-A-N-A, and we're gonna throw it up now. Let's zoom in. My girlfriend thinks it says Elena. I think it says Ghana. Folks, you be the judge. We gotta hurry this along because I'm looking at the time, but you know what? Let's not hurry it along. Because what did I say last week in the closing goodbyes? Be different, okay? If you want to succeed, be different. And if this episode is 2 hours long, friends, it's 2 hours of greatness, okay? It's not 20 minutes of greatness. You don't have to watch it all right now. I do one a week, guys, and I'm just thinking this right now, okay? Let's get going here. Photo number 4, still in the Hamilton. This is a local band advertising their band. Guys, it's Flesh Guzzler. I will put a link to anything I can find on them on YouTube, and you can have a listen. Perhaps gather the young ones around the dinner table and play some Flesh Guzzler. Over a roast. Okay, I did the mustache, but perhaps I missed the nose hairs. Guys, it's time. I told you there would be an update in the camera roll portion of the program. Well, we are here and we are finishing with the update. For those of you who remembered 2 episodes ago where I went to the drive-thru at Tim Hortons and ordered the bagel to show you how brutal the toaster was. How long did I put the bagel on camera? Probably a nanosecond, and then my dad took over saying how much it looked good and it looked fine to him and it's delicious.
Well, it's just toasted.
Look at John Riddell killing the entire bit.
It's just toasted. Right?
It is toasted. I think it could have been toasted more. Now, had I have said double toasted, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Guys, that was the toasted bit. Dad, would you like a bite?
I've decided I'm going to taste this famous bagel with cheese on it.
Yes, it was hilarious that Johnny took over the segment, but it didn't prove my point. Now, there's no Johnny around except for down there. Hi, Dad. It's time to prove my point. Let's throw it up. Lester, photo number 5. And before we put it up, hold on. Not only did the girlfriend order a toasted 4-cheese bagel with cream cheese, exactly like the one I ordered with Johnny, trying to prove my point, she ordered a double toasted, the term that we had to coin so they would toast it correctly, a double toasted 4-cheese bagel with cream cheese, and now we can throw it up, and I'll zoom in real tight. You tell me if that's toasted. Exactly. Tim Hortons, get the head out of your own anuses, and let's get it together. And let's toast a bagel normally. Guys, far too long on the camera roll, but I'm really proud of it. Really proud of it.
Big right hand by Wyndham, another right, a series of left and rights to the body.
Friends, Lester, first-time viewers, you've already met Ray's wife, Cheryl. Guys, again, this is for the first-time viewers. The loyal viewers know I have to do this. First-time viewers, hope you're enjoying the show so far, and the worst shave job ever in the double chin. Guys, it's time for another character that appears weekly on this program. Also in relation to my producer, Lester. It's Cheryl's brother, Ray. Lester's brother-in-law. Ray is in the driver's seat, you guys. Who's the liar now? Ray's gonna let them know how right he was. And he's not letting anyone stop him. Guys, it's getting good. It's getting real good. And for the first-time viewers, this is a great time to tune in. Ray is on fire.
Raymond Lyman, ridiculous. You calling me a liar? Well, I ain't gonna think about suing the city. Raymond Lyman, ridiculous. You calling me a liar? Well, I ain't gonna think about suing the city. Who's a liar now, Mrs. Finucci?
Okay, Ray, let's.
Hey, I have a right to speak. You can't stop me.
Raymond, calm down.
And I have a question. Let me speak. Where does it say in the Constitution that people can only speak for 5 minutes?
Huck, you want to say hi to all your fans out there?
Cameras galore, international crew on hand here, as always in the garden.
Friends, words are everywhere. Words take on different meanings as the years go by. I could list some, but I will not. It's the clip of the week. It's Betty White's husband, Belch approaching. It's password, possibly password plus, Alan Ludden, really not liking this intro. Maybe the clip will make up for it.
When things aren't going my way,
I'm thinking pasta.
2,500.
Here's the VHS collection.
Your Construction Safety Association.
For today came from Lillian Horning in Waukegan, Illinois, who says, experience is what you have left over after you pulled a boner. Have a good day.
Friends, never has a somber tone been taken at this point in the program. It's the introduction to the Gorilla Monsoon quote of the week, and a somber tone is being undertaken by yours truly, Colin from Canada. As you know, it is usually at this portion of the program where I announce the team we took last week and the team we're going to take this week in my Survivor pool, where my team name is, of course, Gorilla Monsoon's Pants. Those paying close attention will remember that I selected the San Francisco 49ers at home against the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Jacksonville Jaguars, who have not won in San Fran in over 20 years. Judging by my tone, you can imagine what happened. The San Francisco 49ers were not successful in winning the game against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Should I have taken the Buffalo Bills to only win when they were favored by 16.5 points at home? Yes, I should have. I'd still be in the pool. No selection this week. It's Gorilla Monsoon, quote of the week.
Did you see that?
Couldn't see it from our vantage point.
Will you stop? All kinds of pandemonium broken loose here.
You resemble that remark.
Don't turn your back for a second on Piper. He's devastated.
Friends. Am I at a loss? A loss for words? Perhaps. Perhaps I just don't want to stop recording. Perhaps I just want to push forward, as we do. The results are over there. You know what we're doing right now. A new matchup is on the horizon. A new challenger to the champion. But who is the current champion? Right now, we're gonna find out. Lester, do you hate that as much as I do? Burgers. Diet Coke. Poutine. Delta Force Pizza. Delta Force Pizza. Guys, I'm over to this side, the right side. Okay, time to do some of that maybe. How's that? Fiddle with the hat, fiddle with the hat. Colin is fiddling with the hat and thinking, should I keep this part in? We're going to keep it in. Guys, the results are in. And to nobody's surprise, except possibly Lester, because he is in fact rooting against these two, Lester, they are victorious again. Rowdy Roddy Piper and Mr. T, quite possibly 11th or 12th, possibly 13th title defense. I can't remember, but I'm going to have to put it up. That's how many times they've defended the title. They are victorious again. That is the main crux of the matter. I've used crux last week. They've won, okay, guys? It's Mr. T and Rowdy Roddy Piper victorious over the Mick Foley just told him Pete Rose died, signed 8x10 with a staggering 6 votes, not 6 votes to 5, that's probably 7 to 4. 7 votes to 4, you guys. Wow, this is getting really, how about we do this? You guys want the backwards? Yo, guy. Piper and T are the champions. No surprise there. I've already put up how many times that is successful title defenses. It's impressive. And I don't think this is going to take it down, but again, there is accessible items in the basement of the Riddell estate, and there is inaccessible items. Those inaccessible items would make great show and tell challengers. I cannot get to them at this juncture. Pushing forward. That's why we have this one. It's okay. It's okay. It's brand new. It's in the box. It's the Pride Championship ring. And for once, I don't have to hold it. It can sit on the table. This is one of those things that you get a really discounted price and you think, yeah, I'll buy that and maybe it'll accrue in value. At the present moment, I am unaware of what these are going for on eBay, but I paid $3 Canadian for it, and it is still brand new in the box in absolutely pristine condition. I'm hoping it's worth a bit more than $3, but even if it isn't, it's taking up space in my house. I'm never going to use it, and I'm probably going to give it away. This is your challenger, folks. Can a Pride Championship ring take down the likes of Rowdy Roddy Piper and the mean one, Mr. T? I don't think so. I'm going to really have to dig. Guys, I'm going to have to dig to get T and Piper dethroned from the championship plateau that they currently sit atop. But for now, it's the Pride Championship ring. You got to vote. This may be no votes for Pride. It could be all Piper and T. But you never know. I do know. Vote now!
Look at the concerned look on the face of the weasel as Big John is reeling.
Friends, surprisingly enough, with a belly full of burger, poutine, and Diet Coke, you would think the bloopers would be plentiful, perhaps in abundance, as the bloating perhaps curtails the humor that lives. But very few bloopers this week, guys. But I've still made it magical. Guys, it's time for the bloopers. What am I doing? Gotta stop saying, What can I tell you? Try again, son. What am I, deep in thought up in here? That's here nor there. You are actually laughing. Never has a somber tone been taking... Oh, no. It's not straight. I haven't made eye contact, but medium creeping to paltry. Hit record while you're yawning, Colin. Friends know what I'm talking about. And, yeah. This looks so horrible. I want my beard back! I want my beard back! I hit the nose hairs, guys, I did. When I did this, I hit the nose hairs. Pushing forward. I was really mad at this. I've been doing this a couple of takes now, and all it is the introduction to thrift store pickups and how I've only been to a couple of thrift stores twice in 2 days, the three same thrift store pickup. Climbing aboard this runaway train, heading perhaps too short on the beard and mustache. We're getting a little bit of the chin. You know what I'm saying? Have come to love. It's like I'm smelling something that I'm not. Fix the camera. Guys, I ate a enormous burger and a poutine for dinner, and it is sitting heavy in my stomach right now. My belly is full of hamburger.
And the big guy is down on one knee. This is where Andre's most vulnerable.
As mentioned earlier, Lynn Riddell has her very own segment here at Colin from Canada presents Colin from Canada's Good Junk. It is, of course, Queen Mother of Canada presents Conversational Scottish. And there's only one host of that segment, one voice of that segment, and her name is Lynn Riddell, Queen Mother of Canada. John Riddell will never, I repeat, never, enter that realm and or segment, on this program. It's Lynn Riddell's very own. Are you listening, John Riddell? There's no way he's listening. Guys, it's time for Queen Mother of Canada presents Conversational Scottish. Cue the bagpipes. Still getting copyright hits for the bagpipes.
The nights are fair drawing in. The nights are fair drawing in.
Friends, I'm at peace. I'm pleased, I'm calm, I'm happy. Warmth, a given. As my show continues to illuminate the global entertainment market, the sponsors call. The public service announcements from countries near and far contact Lester, and Lester in turn contacts me. We sift through multiple advertisements, commercials, newsprint, and we find those that will help, those that will bring knowledge. You will learn. You guys know. Last week, foreign language. This week, not, but a foreign land. What foreign land? Australia. Friends, I'm not going to do the cliches. Foster's, g'day mate, tie me kangaroo down sport. That's not a knife. Do you come from a land down under? Vegemite sandwich. I'm not going to do it. I don't need to. You don't need to say, maybe a dingo ate your baby, every time you are talking about Australia. I will say this. Not only do they know humor, but they know safety.
You ever had Indian food?
Will you please stop?
Catch it.
The Empire of Taste. Will you please stop?
Catch it.
Quickly, into the car. Help Mummy get into the
Should I give the Kinder a call and let them know you'll be late?
No, it's fine.
Sure.
See you soon.
Why are you so angry, Bobby?
I'm sorry, darling. I'm not really angry. We're just in a hurry to pick up Sam.
Is Sammy waiting for us?
Yes, he is.
Where are we going?
It's just a different way, darling. It's a bit quicker.
Are we already there yet?
Yes,
Scotty! Scotty! What have you done? Oh, I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
Friends, the hat has been raised, so you can probably imagine what that means. Imagine me saying goodbye to you. Goodbye. Guys, it's time for the goodbyes. Let me first say, as I always do, I'm so afraid this collar goes to shit because this t-shirt was not cheap when I created it. I also created that. Jason has the matching one. Pushing forward. I need to thank all of you for joining me and my friend Lester and Johnny Riddell, Queen Mother of Canada, Ray, Cheryl. Thank you. If you are seeing the hat raised, you have gone the full duration of the episode, as we all know. Thank you. Getting to the particulars. As mentioned last week, perhaps I mentioned it this week, I don't think I did. The pharmacist who parks behind the McDonald's up the road and his incredibly bad parking, he was perfect this week. So I cannot premiere a segment of bad parking when every time I passed him this week, he was parked perfectly. Perhaps next week, he won't be parked perfectly. Don't say it, Lester. That wasn't supposed to be funny. We're not doing lame things to get laughs. We do not do that here. We have original comedic content that is just genuinely funny. What's that? An unprotected thermostat. Guys, we dream of these moments. Pushing forward. Mercedes, we'll try to get it next week. Hopefully he's parking like a moron. The dash cam, I promise. This week was a little hectic. I don't know if you can tell, but it's Saturday at 2 in the morning right now. The burger has passed. I am no longer bloated, but I am still cutting it close. The dash cam will be installed, will be working, and I promise you real 1080p through a clean windshield footage of the morons driving around Mississauga. I thank you. Also, apologies for the fact that there's no deep cut, deep dive this week. Putting the episode together, I really felt like this is going to be a long one, and also under time constraints, like I told you what time it is now, there really is no time for a deep cut, deep dive, but I promise you, next week, we're going to come with a really, Lester, another one, really deep cut, deep dive. You're going to need full swimwear, goggles, and perhaps a snorkel, because we are going deep on next week's deep cut, deep dive. You know, when I am watching this back with Lester in the lab, I am not one to toot my own horn, as you know. I think I've only done that joke twice. But a lot of times when I'm watching myself back, I always say to myself, this is something. Now, the last thing I want to do is sound cocky. Now, if I'm in full Colin from Canada character, if that is in fact a character, or if it's the real me, I will toot my own horn. But out of character, I'm perhaps humble, but I've said this once before. Confidence is not cocky, it's confidence. If you're confident in what you're doing and you believe in it, it's not cocky. Somewhere in there this makes sense. I just think this is something, okay? Now, but at the same time, this is real. The whole, before this gets off track, let me stay on the track. As much as I'm saying this is something and this is great and this is awesome, I don't care if it's 107 subscribers or 107,000 subscribers. I don't care if it's 25 views or 25,000 views. As long as it's being viewed and those that watch it are getting it, and I've said it a trillion, billion, jillion times before, if you're getting it, you're getting it. And I think you know it's something. Does that make sense? Lester, in there it made sense. I think they know what I mean. They know me. They know you. You know what I'm saying? This is something. And 107 of you realize that. So, tip of the cap to you. That's why if you email me and you want me to send you something like a TV show or a movie or a wrestling thing or a music thing or a whatever, I'll send it to you. Because if you're taking the time to watch me, it's the least I can do. Because like I said, if you're watching, you're getting it. And you know this is something. Shut it, Colin. They get it. Lester, they get it. Okay, I get it. You get it and I get it and they get it. So, can you tell? Nothing left in there. That was pointless. Why don't we shut the barn door on this little ditty? Bad finish. Guys, we'll see you next week. Oh, hoo-hoo! It's been a while. You thought, I know he did. I didn't. The pepperettes are a firm $12. There's no haggling. Die Paperette seinen stijfig $12 ein Aufdinger.
A recognized symbol of excellence in
dramatic comedy.
roles.